Today in MH Math Facts, we are going to talk about something super important that is going to come into play in every single math problem that you ever do, ever. And that is order of operations. So here's the question. Why does the order matter? Let's do a little experiment to kind of show why. So let's solve this problem. And one way we're going to do it, multiplying first. The other way we're going to add first. So let's multiply first to start. So 5 times 6 is 30, plus 100 gives us 130. Okay, now let's try, let's keep track of this. Multiply first. Over here we are adding first. 5 times 6 plus 100. So here we're adding first. 6 plus 100 is 106. So we have 5 times 106. And that is going to be, let's see, 5 times 100 is 500. And then 5 times 6 is 30. So that's going to be 530. Okay, so we got two very different answers here. They're like 400 apart from each other. So the question is, which one is right? Because obviously, the order does matter if we want to get the correct answer. Well, here's an acronym to help you know which thing to do first. So P stands for parentheses. So those are these bracket type things. Like this. If you see numbers inside of parentheses or brackets or anything like that, do those first. Absolute values are also included in these. So if you see like two straight lines with numbers inside of those, that's included in that. Next is exponents. So if you have something like 4 squared, that means you should do this exponent first. So that means you would do 4 times 4, which is 16. So exponents come after you do parentheses. M stands for multiply. D stands for divide. And I'm doing these together because they kind of go together. They actually are on the same level of importance when we're talking about order of operations. So if you have both multiplication and division in a problem, you're just going to do them in the order that they're written from left to right. Awesome. And then our last two are adding and subtracting. And they follow the same kind of thing as multiplying and dividing, where they work together and you just do them in the order they show up, left to right. Awesome. And people have lots of ways to remember this. Some people just remember PEMDAS, that's what the letters spell out, or they'll remember the phrase, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," or they'll come up with their own unique thing that follows all those letters. And I highly recommend memorizing this because every single problem you do, this is going to come up. So let's practice. I'm going to write PEMDAS in the corner here so we remember what order we're doing things. So we start with our P, which is for parentheses. We have some parentheses here, so let's do whatever is inside of them first. 5 plus 2 is 7, and I'm just going to rewrite everything else around it. You want to make sure it stays in the same order and rewrite everything every single time. Okay, so we did our parentheses. There's no more parentheses. We can move on to exponents. So we have an exponent of 7 squared. That means 7 times 7, which is 49. And again, we're just going to rewrite everything else. Okay, there's no other exponent, so I'm going to cross that off. N, multiply and divide. So remember those, we could just go in order from left to right if both of those show up in a problem. So we'll just start at the beginning. 6 times 5 is 30. And then we have a subtraction thing, so we're just going to rewrite that. Yeah, we'll just do this one step at a time. We still have a division to do here, so now we have 30 minus whatever 9 divided by 3 is, which is just 3, and then an addition plus 49. Okay, and then we can cross those off. We're done with those. And then adding and subtracting is all we have left. And again, we can just go left to right. So we go 30 minus 3 is 27 plus 49. And then 27 plus 49, we'll do that off on the side here. 27, 49. 9 plus 7 is 16. And then 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4 is 7. So we end up with 76. All right, so there's a quick explanation of order of operations. Feel free to leave any questions you have in the comments. We'll see you next time.